Good morning, good morning, good morning, or good afternoon, everyone. Good day, and welcome again to One Global Movement, Building Hopes and Dreams, where we come together to help children, young people, women, and families defeat hunger, illiteracy, and poverty with a focus on young girls. And we all know why we are focusing on young women a lot because they are the most highly vulnerable in the world. Even though all children are highly vulnerable, but the girls more, and we know that from time immemorial, it has been the pattern. And the question now is why? Why? Why this kind of pattern? And how can we break this pattern and put something better in place that is going to help these children, especially young girls? To get out of the chains of poverty, the chains of illiteracy, and the chains of hunger and the chains of abuse. So that is why we are here, and thank God that we are determined to do this together because nobody can do it. Not even 10, not even a million people. All of us need to do it because it starts with us. It starts from the home, it starts with the parents, it starts with the caregivers and the adults around these children. And we know that these children, some of them that don't even have the parents, and some of them that are being oppressed and abused, they don't even know what to do. They get confused, they get sick psychologically, mentally, and therefore physically. And we want to see what we can do. And speaking from the standpoint of somebody that went through emotional and psychological difficulties, so I know what it means. So I always say that because of me, and therefore whatever we are doing here, it's a big help to me to continue healing, because healing is forever. Because whether we like it or not, by nature, so those things will still come back, and sometimes we don't even know, and they will be there. So we want to keep doing this, like raising a child. You cannot say, I helped you yesterday, so today I'm going to leave you alone. It doesn't work like that. Nature never works like that. And so that is the reason why we're here. But I'm really so grateful. More so, again, I thank the Almighty God for letting us become present in these last days of 2024. Doing this together, 2024 has been a very great year with a lot of achievements. But we know that 2025, we're going to do better because we can only keep climbing higher and higher, doing better and better when we come together. And we want to thank Mr. Ash Mufara and wish him the very best in whatever he's doing, he's thinking with his family, his beautiful, beautiful children. And it's okay. Since Yvonne is having some challenges there, I think they really love her a lot, that they want to keep making sure that she is safe and her family in where she lives, which is a good thing. So when you hear that noise, it's a good noise, okay? But she's going to keep her mic muted until when she can gauge that she can speak, and then she will. We live with all of this, right? This is what it takes to raise children. So we shouldn't even worry about those things a lot. We just do it when we can, and when we cannot do it, then we don't do it. So I hope we all are writing our goals and our dreams for the new year, setting aside those goals, really writing them, like it says in Habakkuk 2:2. If you haven't done so, please do it. If you haven't trained your children, train them to do so. Even if you don't know how to write it, they will write it, or they can go to a Sunday school teacher, like my grandmother did with me and my brothers, or they can go to somebody that can help them. These things, they sound so little, so petty, or so common, but these are the most priceless things in the world that we think that we have to go out there to look. No, we're looking right here within ourselves to do the best thing. So we are in the Mantle of Hope Revolution, part 279, the gift of hope.
I'm good now.
Okay. The gift of hope, changing lives one child at a time. And so the hope is a seed. We all know hope is a seed, and every child is the fertile ground. When we sow it with love, when we sow this seed in these children with love, we change lives and grow a brighter tomorrow. One child at a time. Yeah, Melanie is here. There we go.
Yeah.
The Canadians, you guys, Kudos to you guys. So now, you know, every act of hope gifted to a child is a step towards a world where no dream is too far, no star is out of reach, and no life is left untouched. We know that because these children, they carry all of these symbols. They were born with this. It runs through their veins. It runs through their DNA. It did to us too, but for some reason, a lot of the adults are corrupted, right? But children are innocent, and innocent is what prevails in God's kingdom. And so everything that we are talking here, that is so true. When we just say, I set aside everything, I'm going to focus on these children. I'm going to make sure that these children do the best by learning from us. We live with examples. So the greatest gift we can give is hope. What else? Hope. A light that guides a child from struggle to strength, transforming not just their lives, but the future of the world. They hold the future in their palms. It is true. You cannot build anything without a child being involved in contributing to that. I can testify with my son. A lot of what I know today to use the internet and all of this high technology, I owe it to my son after Almighty God, because he teaches me like I am his daughter. Now because today says, Mommy, if you don't do your homework, we're not going to move forward. Now I have to find time to do that homework. I have to listen and do it before he can move forward. And he means business. So it's the same thing we do it to our children. Don't say, I'm your mother, I'm your father. You got to listen. You listen to that child. Remember? Yes. And thank God that Sister Sharon is going to come back with the topic, stop, drop, and listen. And that is very, very good for all of us. So to give hope to one child is to rewrite the story of humanity. Yeah. Rewrite the story. We know what is going on in the world. We cannot pretend. It's to rewrite the story of humanity. It's a gift that multiplies, creating ripples of change across generations. Imagine you help one child. It might just mean one child to you, but like we always say, it means the world to that child. Because when you change that child will change the entire world. So when we give hope to a child, we light a path that leads not just to a better future for them, but for us all. And we say children in my dialect, wanayam banganun. To translate it, it means children are the social securities of our old age. Like they call it, children are the walking sticks of our old age. And not even just for old age, it's a respect to say they take care of their parents, because their parents are older than them, their parents are the elderly. So it's a very important thing that my grandmother, my mother, they always remind me of that. And my community, I will never forget it. We say it differently. Everybody has it, because I hear people say that too. It's not just my dialect, So changing the life of a child, of one child, with the gift of hope is a reminder that even the smallest, the tiniest flame, the tiniest spark of fire can illuminate the darkest night. Think about the early man. What did early man do? Took two little stones, strike it. You and I, they've made it easy for us. We just take they call it matches in my native something, and then strike it. It goes. But the smallest fire, because everything starts small. That is to tell us that you don't rush. You don't think that you want to acquire this huge thing. If you don't acquire this little small one, forget about it. You're not going to get to the big one, because the small one is the basic one that builds that foundation for you. So hope is a universal language of love. Isn't it, sister? It is the universal language of love. When we give it to a child, we speak to their soul, their entire being, empowering them to change the world one step at a time, but also in the midst of challenges. Those challenges doesn't mean that they cannot change the world. Those challenges is just there to build them strong, to be resilient, and to be more determined, because those challenges is part of success. And the gift of hope isn't just a lifeline. It's not just a lifeline. It's a revolution. in the making. And that's what we are all about here in One Global Movement. Each child touched by it becomes a beacon for others, lighting the way to global transformation. And so, having said this, we have to take these things very seriously, but fun, not so serious, like so tense and so tight up there. Just do it like fun, because when you make it like a game, a family time together game, and before you know, things just move forward without you even really over trying. And then you learn, your horizon will be opened up. So let us give this hope to our children. We're not just giving them a lifeline, we are giving them a future that involves each and every one of us here. So today is Wednesday, and as we all know, we're going to always read our mission statement and to inform everyone here what we are all about. And if you have any questions, we all are here, the panelists here in One Global Movement. Please call anybody that you're comfortable with, ask questions. The managing director is also there to make things clearer. And if you have any suggestion, don't forget, remember, we are here in O Academy. We are learning together. Please do that. So, sister, it is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let me just finish saying hello to that. Okay. So today, as is always our way, hello, Sister Melanie. We
Hello.
are going to read our mission statement. Today, we are speaking about a very important topic. It's hope. No one lives without hope. That's the first thing. Hope is everything to people. People will go through the most adverse situations if they have hope, and it's no different for our children. The thing is, these big concepts, they always come from us first. We have to model hopefulness. So many of our young people are going around now absolutely hopeless. I hear it. They say it. And it's all coming from us. I'm sorry to say. We have allowed life to beat us down. We're dejected and we show it to them and they model what we do. So let us know that we can bring hope back to ourselves and to our children. And it's because of some of the things that you've been saying, sister. It's not about having all these possessions and trappings and stuff. It's about having life and knowing that tomorrow can be better than today. That's what hope is. That's all it is.
Yep.
So the vision and mission statement of One Global Movement, we call it OGM. OGM will support any organization, group, or individual that aligns with its own global vision and mission, which is as follows. The mission of One Global Movement is to empower young people, children, and women worldwide with a focus on young women, providing them with tools and sustainable solutions that will help them to eradicate hunger, illiteracy, and poverty, build generational wealth, while living a life of leadership and purpose. We believe that every child deserves access to nutritious food, quality education, and opportunities to thrive. Through global collaborative efforts, innovative programs, and community engagement programs, we strive to break the cycle of hunger, illiteracy, poverty, and build a future where every child can build on their hopes and dreams while reaching their full potential. Together, through divine intervention, love, and clean, safe, and valuable technology, we can create a world where no child goes to bed hungry, no child is denied an education, and no child is limited to poverty or to any condition that is not of their own making. It is possible.
Yes.
It is possible. Our gratitude and tribute always goes to Mr. Ashmufar for bringing this world family together for the
Yes.
purpose of providing solutions to all sectors of the global economy, beginning with our children. Thank you, Mr. Ashmufara, and all the Unpassive Building team. We love you all and wish you well. And that is the global mission and vision statement for One Global Movement. Thank you, Sister Mundih.
Thank you so
And
much.
now I get to talk about, this is a big topic, and of course, it will not be covered here in this. I need the rest of the afternoon because my research was just so much. Anyways, as I said before, adults play a crucial role in shaping a child's outlook on life. We do. That's our responsibility again. Here's how adult behavior and expression can foster hope in a child. We model the positive behaviors. Children learn by observing what we do. When adults demonstrate resilience, problem solving skills, and a positive attitude, they're teaching children valuable coping mechanisms. That is not to say we're always going to be all rah rah. Sometimes, even as adults, we get, down. Something happens. Say you lost your job and you come home, you're not going to feel very happy. But what you are going to do is let your child know that this too shall pass, and mommy or daddy or whatever, we are going to go forward. We're not going to stay down. That's what we do. We model that.
Yes.
We encourage a growth mindset. Praising effort and progress over innate ability helps children believe they can overcome challenges and learn from mistakes. Like all of us are born with innate qualities, things that come easily to us. But when the child tries something that's new to them or not easily to them, and they make a mistake, or if they make progress, we praise them, right? We appreciate that. We tell them that's a
Yes.
good thing. This fosters a sense of free will and agency,
Mm-hmm.
that they have abilities and hope for the future. It means that nothing is out of their reach, right? They can learn. That's
Yes.
what I'm saying. Just
Yes.
like we can. We all can learn.
Yes.
Learning is a very hopeful thing. What are you learning for? You're learning to do something with it, are you not?
Yep.
So offering support and encouragement, a child who feels supported and believed in is more likely to approach life with optimism. Offering encouragement and reassurances during difficult times can make a significant difference. And then there's open communication. Creating a safe space for children to express their feelings, whether they're positive or negative, is one of the greatest things we can do. And it concerns help them feel, understand, and lessens the feelings of isolation, which can breed hopelessness. When they have to go lock up in their room and work this to themselves, and nobody is asking what's going on, this is a bad thing. And that is what a lot of our young people are experiencing. That's what I'm saying. I
Mm-hmm.
know that you might think this is a first world problem, but it doesn't matter. Young people still need our support. Yes,
Yep.
I know that people in other communities, not as affluent as you want to call it in the global south and the global north, whatever they want to call it nowadays, they divided the earth again into two sections, sister. Global north and global south. And it does not matter. Children are children, and they still need us wherever we are, wherever we can find them to look after them. Setting realistic expectations. So where you are, yes, not everybody will have the same expectations as in the first world, if you want to call it that again. Unrealistic expectations can lead to disappointment and frustrations, and that's another thing that's coming up this season: the gift giving, the expectations. All everybody's running around looking is for the latest technology. You mightn't be able to afford it. And maybe it's not even good for your child, you know? So you have to mitigate those things by saying, what are you doing to your children, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Setting achievable goals and celebrating small victories helps children build confidence and maintain a positive outlook. And then you also teach coping strategies or mechanisms. Equipping children with tools to manage stress and adversity empowers them to face challenges with a sense of control and hope. Hope for the future. Leading by example. It can't be overstressed that we have to lead by example. Adults who demonstrate kindness, empathy, and a commitment to helping others inspire children to do the same,
Yep.
fostering a sense of hope for a better world. Remember that every interaction with a child is an opportunity to nurture hope. By being mindful of our words and our actions, we can create a positive and empowering environment in which children do thrive and keep hope alive for the next generation. Always, always practice mindfulness and gratitude, and this too shall pass attitude. This is a very positive thing for our children. This too shall pass.
Yep.
Actually, that goes with the good and the bad. No matter how good it is, something can happen and we have to cope. And no matter how bad it is, something will happen and we go on. That
Mm-hmm.
is life. We have to make sure that we get that. But we have to stop letting life beat us down, especially in front of our children,
Yep.
because they're counting on us for the security. And
Exactly.
hope is security. And so I'd like to leave it there for now, sister. I have more to add, but I'll let Sister Melanie or somebody else go.
No, I know, Sister Melanie, you guys in Canada are on fire. You're on fire. Just go.
Go
Okay.
ahead, Sister Melanie. Add your two
Thank
cents.
you, double. Thank you, double Eves. Okay. Yeah, it's a gift of hope. It's and to help to change a child's life. Am I correct?
Mhm.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah. So I look at it that way. We are all here for a purpose. We are all here to bring change. We are all here to lift each other up and to hold each other's hands, as we said, and to move along in life.
Mhm.
Like I always have to mention the chain. When there's a link missing, it is not a whole chain.
Mhm.
It's broken, right?
Yes.
So for us to keep that circle, we have to continue being mentors. We can be mentoring. People think mentoring is like a degree, or you have one child and you can go
Yeah.
whatever. It is part of that, but mentoring can be in a I always believe in simplicity.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Right where we are. Like you see a child who is not fatherless, but with one single parent, right? And you can see they're struggling.
Mhm.
So maybe open up and let them know that you can take that child to maybe the playground under supervision, of course, and
Mhm.
making sure that playground is safe, right?
Mhm.
For the winter time, children needs to go outside.
They
I
still
mean,
do.
yeah, it's cold outside, but they can warm up with warm clothes. You go
Yeah.
outside and there's always a troublesome one, right? I'm not saying children are troubled children. There can be a troublesome one because they're looking for attention. So you secure that child in the playground. You're there. That's mentoring. You're there for the child's safety.
Mhm.
You're letting them play. At the same time, you're teaching them to play with each other in a nice, gentle way, even if you don't know them. By using those nice soft words, and say, oh, you're doing a good job, things like that. Just lift
Mhm.
them up. And
Yeah.
then that child will turn to you. They're looking for you whilst they're playing in that playground because they know you're there to shelter them. You're there to shadow them, kind of, you know?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
that's for me, that's a way of offering hope to a child because that child feels happy that they have someone who's there
That's
for them, not just speaking about it or talking about it, but being there.
Yes.
indeed. That's
I look at it as well, child's education. Again, way back I had mentioned scholarship when we were on Robin Lean, and I'm sure I'm not the only one.
mhm.
But you might not give a full scholarship, right? But we can wrap up something as far as a little certificate, right? In a gift for a child that will come as a surprise. It can
Mhm.
be again. Sister Yvonne had mentioned certain parts of the world. You give $25, and that's a lot. You
Mhm.
Indeed.
can give 50. You can give start 25. 50, whatever. And when that child open up that little gift, whether it's a little teddy bear with that little certificate wrapped up,
Mhm.
with a pen, you can clip, the pen has clips, so you can clip that. So they'll think it's a piece of paper, but they see it's a certificate. And you
Mhm.
put a
Mhm.
little sentiment in there,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
sentiment to that child. You know how much of light you have shed on that child, how much of a smile you have given to that one child, you
Exactly.
know?
Mhm.
Another thing, Sister Yvonne, I don't want to take the whole stage.
No, no, no. You're doing great. You can take the whole thing. When we're dealing with children, I always say, let's not
Yeah.
rush.
Mm,
Do
yeah.
it. They need this, okay?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Paying
Go ahead
attention.
with
thank you.
Never
your
feel-
thoughts.
Right. And in church, I haven't been to church for 2 years, again, because of the religious thing. But spiritually, like Sister Yvonne Mundih always said, I believe spiritually, not religiously.
Yeah.
But in the church, when we were there, I used to extend my time by the half. Church is like an hour, Pentecostal, those places, they're an hour and a half.
Yes.
So I would extend my time, and then we help these children to play along with each other. When one grabs the toys, they seek attention, right? When
Yeah.
children are together, they're like little. So, you'll call that one child who you notice that is doing that over and over. You speak to that child because maybe that child is not getting, they're getting attention. Maybe they have one single parent. And I'm
Mhm.
speaking from from the heart. It's an attest, right? It's attesting to what I know. And that child probably wants help. So you call that one child and you show them something different, you know? You hug that child and you talk to them nicely, and you will see that change in
Yep.
that child.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm speaking from things I know, experiences. And
Yes.
today there's one particular little child that every time I see her, like the mom noticed that I would play with her. Can you go get her at the altar? Can you go? And I'm saying, but you're standing there, but I'll go do it for you, you know? And then today, that child, she could not talk. That child could not talk at 3 years old, going on 4.
Oh,
Today, I met them at the supermarket last time, mom and daughter. And I'm saying, wow, she talks.
wow.
She remembered my name and she's calling me and she said, mommy, mommy. So I went and I gave her a hug and I'm saying, oh my God, it's good. And you know, that joy came in my heart because
Yes.
the mom was really, really worried about that child being that way.
Good.
So we need to offer hope. And that's what we do as children of God, as, you know, brothers and sisters in this life.
Yep.
Yes.
Today, that child is saying hello, mommy,
Oh,
and everything else,
what a
Yep.
joyful
you
thing.
know?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you
So
know
we
what?
can,
Sorry. What
yeah, we
Sister
can,
Money is always
oh, sorry.
sorry, what Sister Money is always talking about how the family dynamics, right? So now you also have the mother because, as you said, she was worried, and there
Yes.
Yeah.
you, there you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Sorry.
was she was stressed, and I think she was being judged because the child couldn't talk.
Yeah.
People reached Ryan. People reached out to me, and
Yeah.
she reached out to me and told me like she's being judged. I said, don't worry about people.
Don't
People
worry.
will always suppress you,
Yeah.
but think of the one who put you here, you know. And one day that child will be impressing them, and
Yes.
Yeah.
today that child is impressing people,
Yeah.
you
Yes.
know. So
Thank you so much. Thank
That
you
is
so
so
much.
good. I love that story.
I
That's
love you
nice.
guys' conversation because these are the grassroots conversations, the natural conversation that we need to be talking about, not just
Absolutely.
talking to just to throw words out in the air, but practical words,
Yeah.
practical things that give hope to
Yes.
children and young people. You, Sister Yvonne, talk about a child is a child.
It
A
is.
child is a child. In my culture, they say, one are you one? I always say this because I know that some of the mothers and the fathers that took care of me, some of them are
Yeah.
still alive, and some of them have been initiated to go to YouTube. Even if they don't understand everything, they're just watching my mouth. Oh, my child is speaking. My child is speaking. So they always say, my grandmother and my mom and the people in the village, a child is a child. And a mother is a mother. When
Yes.
you go out, they always tell me, look for your mothers and your fathers and your sisters and your brothers.
Yeah.
And a child is a child because the African spirit of Ubuntu says, if you're good to this child, you have to be good to all children in your community.
Very
You
true.
have to coexist as one. And that is
Yeah.
the kind of life that I grew up sharing and caring for everybody, you know? And when you say a child is a child, it really touched my heart a lot because that is so true. The way that some of us, some of us are guilty, we divide the world. It's not the government. The government only takes what is inside of you, what you have been doing to yourself.
Very true.
The
Very true.
government takes, but if you're bent on doing the right thing to children, regardless of their ability or their disability, regardless of where they come from,
Yeah.
then you must have contributed to the government also doing the same thing to those children. And so these things have to be monitored in our community. Like Melanie says, you don't see something and you just move on. There are ways you can say things. Don't attack people. Don't be rude to people. Go find a way to do something. And when you talk about this child that today is talking, it's a true story. Some children, they get muted
Yeah.
when the environment is not clean. In my
Yes.
culture, it happens. It happens in every culture. It's a natural tendency.
Yes.
Children, they get muted, they refuse to talk. You see them in action, they're doing the right thing, but they refuse to talk because the words and the actions of their environment is not good for them. And
I
you
laugh.
are these children God because
It's
they
true.
are. They are.
It's
You
true.
look at
It's true.
Dr. Maya Angelou. I started reading about her since in grade what I can remember, but that's one of my best mentors of all time.
Yeah.
She was abused at a very young age repeatedly and nobody to defend her. What
Yeah.
happened? She was muted for 5 years. without a
So,
word.
so was my husband. He didn't speak for 5 years either.
See? Because
Oh,
And
their,
now you won't cut him off, of course. He won't stop talking now, but
their environment was not working. It's a natural thing. You mute your own child unconsciously without knowing because of your environment. You
yeah.
know, we can disagree to agree, or if we cannot, it ends into a divorce. But because of a child that God has blessed us with, we must come together as two parents to raise this child, set aside our own insecurity and our own individualism and our own greed and selfishness. We
Yeah.
set it aside and raise this child. A lot of kids have sinned, they get muted.
Yes.
My brother, who is of late now, may his soul continue to rest in peace, because my mother went through too much. My mother was always on the run for her dear life. And my brother got up someday, cried for one whole day, 24 hours nonstop without eating.
God.
So, and I knew that he wanted our mother. I knew that. And he cried and cried and cried. And when my mother came, then he started to talk again and then be happy. He said, Mama, let's leave. This is not good for us. Mama, let's go. You know, you see, a lot of things happen to children. Is this they're happening right now as we are speaking.
Right
And,
now.
and that's why we need to watch our neighbors. Some people, because they are sick too, they're not okay. And we don't know. You see, because it's abnormal for somebody to take their children and drown them and kill them in the bathtub. That's abnormal. These people have been going through hell and there's nobody paying attention. So we here in One Global Movement, we want to make sure that we monitor everything. And that's why we are so grateful that Mr. Ashmo Farad chose us from different countries, for all over. How many countries in the world? We are there. And therefore, we have to be the messengers and the servants of these children, really being on ground, because I will. Because I don't mind flying to the farthest place away from the United States just to check on a child. Because presence, that hug, that thing that you tell a child, I love you. Some children don't know what love means because nobody has ever even given them that hug. When Sister Sharon says a hug, virtual hug, I squeeze myself because at one point in my life I didn't have that. I didn't have that because of abuse. So that children is the same. So I really so love when you guys are really going to the root cause of everything, not just blowing out words for no reason. Very simple. Simple things are the best. I love to be simple. I've always been a very simple person, and thank God the life that I live, it didn't kill me, but it built me up. Instead, to even really appreciate life more and really, really know that, you know what, you might be eating now, but know that there are other people who don't have that food.
Not eating,
And so what I try to do now, like not like I used to do before, because for a long time now I've not been working, but I'm focusing on this. I go to the gas station here in my community. I buy a gift card or I leave my card there because I don't know why I trust people too much, but now that the scammers are too much, now I'm not going to leave my card there anymore. So I'm going to buy a gift card this time around, very minimal amount for the first five young people there that are going through challenges, and I know they're going to be honest because they're honest. When I did it last time, one just 16-year-old was crying, and I started crying with him at the gas station there. I'll keep it there. The first five that come should be blessed. One Global Movement needs to give them a blessing. Take this, whether it is $20, $30 or how many, put some gas in your car, and so that tomorrow you can also pass it on to another person.
Somebody else. Absolutely.
Yes. So thank you so much. I really so loved it. Go ahead, guys.
That's how you bring hope. Sister Melanie, you have something to say there. Are you saying something? No?
Yeah. I didn't have anything, but I'm gonna add something.
Okay.
You see, like the Christmas, the charities is a big one. So since we cannot reach, the Bible says, again, reach out to Samaria, all of Samaria and the rest of the world. The rest of the world is here with us in Unpassive.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So we are already there. It's global. And one of the things we can do is that, as we know, some of us already, I'm sure Sister Yvonne has a charity, and I know Dr. Yvonne, you have lots of charities, but starting a charity or donating, looking for charities where children are concerned and donating to it is a good thing. Or start one of your own. I already started one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's online and it's governmental. It's not something I just go and build. I had to provide tax ID, everything.
Of
Mhm.
course.
Everything. It took a little run around, but I was
Mm-hmm.
happy
Yeah.
when I finally and I had to send in a written blog about what I'm doing, what it's for, the symbol of it, and all that. So it's all done. I
Yes.
went to GoDaddy, got
A website.
a
Yeah.
yes, one of those, not website. How you call it? URL domain. Yeah,
Yeah.
not
Yeah. That's a website. It's a domain. Yes. That's what
yes.
it is. Good. Good.
Website and domain are two different things, though.
But
The
the
domain
domain has.
is
Yes.
is
Yes.
the
Yes. I know.
URL. The website is the one you build. It's your own. But anyhow,
Yeah.
the domain. And I had to enter it and send it to them and all that. But I'm happy that I started it. And what I started doing is for myself to encourage other people. And for them, when they go on there, they can read the little blog of what it's all about. It's not for me.
Mhm.
I started putting little into it. Sister Yvonne always says, start it for dollar. I started for dollar to test it because that's what it tells you. Start it for
Right.
dollar on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I promise, maybe not now because it's in front of the Christmas things. You know how it is.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
promise to give more, to put more into it, and start sharing it to people. The URL, so they
Yeah.
can go on there and start donating.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So that is things we can do, and that's offering hope. So when there's something, whether it's for, like I always said, a Christmas segment where children are being fed with a lunch or something, where when there's any kind of things where involving one or two or more children, we can at least say, here's
Yeah.
what we can do. And Sister Yvonne always talk about that the
Mhm.
chicks, and I always believe in on rabbit coops.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
rabbit.
It's another
You
rabbit coops.
choose
It's
rabbit.
another one.
Just say rabbits are there because some kids choose rabbits. Those
Yeah,
rabbits are very, very good for experimentation in school. You must
exactly.
help the school. These rabbits are so beautiful. I love them.
I always choose any kind of project that I support like that. It always has a component for children. The one I
Yeah,
sent you, the Kiva,
Yes.
Kiva, they have rabbits, they have lambs, they have chickens, they have everything. And the children get, as they're older, because younger children, they're probably going to give them smaller items
exactly.
like chickens.
That's
Yeah,
one of my best charities to support that you added onto my charities. And
Yeah.
we are talking these things here. You have a charity. I do. All of us here, because those are things that we should have anyway. If you are
Right.
doing it for the right purpose, don't do it because you want to fatten yourself, because that will be wrong in the face of God. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
So we
exactly.
do
Yeah.
it now. You bring your link. I got to do something. I
Yeah.
did, Sister Yvonne bring her, Melanie, all of us, we
Yeah.
bring it. You see, Melanie, your namesake in Rwanda, she's doing a lot of things, really doing charity. I was going to mention this little girl. This little girl, beautiful. This little girl was 3 years old, never even walk.
See?
Never. Three. Never walk, but she's so beautiful. She's so happy. And I had to do something. I had to do something. And she took upon herself to take this girl to the hospital because the parent didn't know what to do any longer. And
Uh-huh.
guess what? She's walking. She's going to school so well.
Oh,
She's
you
doing
see?
everything. So when you are helping a child, you help the child with your soul and your body. Here in One
Yes.
Global Movement, we say without divine intervention, we can't do anything. And
You
we have
see?
been commissioned and appointed to speak up. Speaking
Yeah.
up doesn't mean just talking. Speaking with action, like you guys said here. You
Yeah.
speak
Yeah.
with action. You're not just doing. We forget about all else. Let us fight behind the scene. We come back here. We say, you know what? We fought. We're still going to grow higher. We're going to team up together. We're going to do
Absolutely.
the best thing. Let's not, Mr. Ashmufara, sometimes I thought, what was he even thinking? But that is his appointment from God, because the kind of people that he has brought together, all of us are not yet in that mindset. We are not yet there. That's
He
why,
set the stage, but not everybody's climbed onto it. He
yes,
has.
yes. And he is bent. He is bent on doing it regardless, because when we are helping, we're not going to say, we're helping this one because this one is not stubborn. We're helping every child because a child is a child. And
Absolutely.
we are giving hope to these children. So that's such a beautiful thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
This
So this,
2025, it's going to be better.
it's going to be a fantastic journey in that year. We're going to be so busy, but we're going to see so much happen that we will not even be tired. You know,
Yes,
Christmas. See, this Christmas is also called a season of hope. It's called a season of hope for a reason,
yes,
right?
yes.
It's the first reason it's called it is because it celebrates the birth of Jesus for Christianity, which we are here. But it also is a season of hope because of what we bring to it, right?
Hmm.
Everybody who's alive can be hopeful and bring hope. The only time you can't do it is if you're gone. But if you're here, we can always be hopeful because there's always one bad thing that's happening in this country, and I think it's the global north, as we're called, is the decline in births. People are having less and less children, especially in Canada here, and this is why immigration is such a big thing. But the thing is, sister, as you and I talked about as yesterday, I think, or the day before, immigration is a good thing if you want it and if you come to assimilate. But when you drag children out of their communities and things, then the culture shock sets in.
Yes.
So that's a two-edged sword. It's good to say, you're going to come and you're going to have a better life. That's debatable. But the thing is, bringing children into a culture that's so far into theirs.
And talking about that, that is such a beautiful thing that you brought that up. You know, I really just pray that we all can come to that mindset. We know what that means. Why they are bringing these kids. They are young, they are vibrant, they are productive, they are industrious. We know that, and every country, every society needs them. But here's the thing: prepare their minds before you do something, because if you don't prepare those kids' mind when they come, like you said, the cultural shock, and now it's going to make them to behave in ways that will start hurting other people in that same community. We want to be able to screen them so well, prepare them if they choose to. In some cases, some kids cannot make that decision by themselves. Do they have parents? Do they have caregivers? Do they have community leaders that need to know that this is what is going to happen? And they make sure that they sit there. It's taking that patience and that taking that time and resources to say, I need to build this one child so that that child can be a hope of many. Not just making children here, go here. If you go here, you have this. A lot of times it's not what it is. It's not what it is. And when people come that way, it is not a good thing. And preparing the child's mind for everything, whether to come or they are already in the system, and regularly preparing their mind because things are changing. It's one of the most important things that we must embrace. It's like you're raising a little baby, because you cannot just throw me into somewhere. Everyone, no matter who you are, no matter how old you are, you're going to experience some kind of shock in one way or the other. So that is very, very important. So the gift of hope is such a beautiful thing, changing lives one child at a time. And One Global Movement means, in celebrating the season of giving, we from One Global Movement must emphasize small acts, really small acts of kindness that can create ripple effects in defeating hunger, illiteracy, poverty, abuse, gender-based violence, and all of those things. So let us take a look at all of these things keenly with love. Because when you do that, first of all, you're doing for yourself. Because the kind of joy and happiness and good health that you're going to get out of doing these things is immeasurable. So let us champion grassroots act of kindness, like Sister Yvonne and Melanie, they started discussing. Is grassroots. Grassroots means beginning with yourself, and then your immediate family, and then together with your family, you guys start spreading it out. Don't pretend to go and just try to get a name. I did this, I did it. No, do it. I cannot go to help somebody's child without helping my own child first. My child is number one. And when you help, you realize that together with your child or your children, you guys now become the mantle of hope for others together now. And it becomes lighter and lighter. And when these kids bring their idea of innovation and other things into this world that we guys are getting used to,
I know.
it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I will tell you, it's very phenomenal. So let us encourage our children, communities to contribute through small, meaningful actions like sharing meals. Food is very important. Sharing meals, donating books, or
Yes.
pens and pencils, or like you guys discussed before, mentoring a child, like Melanie said, and Sister Yvonne said that. Highlight how each small act of kindness adds up to significant impact in fighting hunger,
Yes.
illiteracy, poverty, abuse. This is all what it called. Everything has to come under this. And thank God
Mm-hmm.
we are here. If Melanie is talking about establishing a non-profit, which is already done, and helping children through the church, or giving a hug, or taking the time to go down to the child's psychology and talking to those children. And if Sister Yvonne is there, he's been contributing for years, not just now, to projects in the world. So what else? This is beautiful. I encourage, like we say here, Melanie said, establish something. Your state laws are there. Follow those state laws and do
Exactly.
something. I heard
Yeah.
Mr. Ashmufara said it before. That's why he opened my eyes to One Global Movement, Building Hopes and Dreams, a nonprofit. I thought I
Right.
did the best thing for more than 10 years ago. I didn't
Yeah.
know until when people were telling me nonprofit. I said I already did it, and I didn't do anything until Mr. Ashmufara talked about it. I took notes. I said,
Yeah.
okay. So I started doing my research. Then I recruited a lawyer. It's not cheap, but what is cheap is not the case. It's
That's
what
it.
is valuable for children. So
Yes.
it's beautiful. I really thank you guys, ladies, so much. And I thank God for Mr. Ashmufara for bringing us here together. And I thank the God of you guys' family. What,
Yes. Thank you.
what we come from the same God. So thank you.
Thank you. This has been a very enlightening year, and we can only hope that it's going to be better next year because we are laying the foundation. We are. So
Yes.
yes.
Let me give you guys just a few of some things that I researched in how we can do some challenges. Some
Okay.
like hashtag ripple of knowledge challenge. Hashtag. We just
Ah,
we hashtag. I'm going to be putting it online. You'll see it. Let's see how many people will go there and do this thing. And then hashtag food for hope challenge. We can do that too. And then you get hashtag steps for change challenge. Steps for change. And then a hashtag, excuse me, plant hope change challenge. So, and then we have a hashtag generations of hope challenge. A lot of challenges that we can do. Ripple of hope. Hope unites us. A lot of challenges. So I'm going to be putting this online every day. Please let us do our best. Please, the audience, when we are there, let's go there and do this challenge. Take the time. You don't have to be right, because I was not right when I was creating this. I was just writing. I'm not even sure if I'm right, but when we go there, we start doing it. You don't have to even worry about being right, because nobody's right. We only right when we keep trying and then doing it. So we're going to put this, and I'll give it to Sister Yvonne too. She's very good with all those things. I will just put it in our mothers group. Everybody just pick a challenge and move on and do something with it. And let's see.
okay.
Make sure you hashtag One Global Movement at the side, so that people will know what we are doing here. And you can hashtag, you can water or whatever. Let's do this, because we are here together. One Global Movement doesn't belong to Mundih. It does not. It belongs to the one that created me. I am just a servant. I'm just a servant and the face. Because One Global Movement without you guys is no One Global Movement. One Global Movement without our audience is no One Global Movement. One Global Movement without descendants of unpassive, I don't think so. Otherwise, we'll not be here. So that's a beautiful thing. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
So Yvonne,
Yes.
have you ever tried polls, POLLS, in WhatsApp and all?
When I see those
Polls.
things, I run away from them. I don't know what to do. I just leave it alone.
Okay, I use that all the time. And with the polls, you can ask one main questions and then put some responses in there and let people like what a challenge is, whatever you want to put as a question. Then in the answer, you choose the points, like
Okay.
whatever you were saying, and then let people choose whatever it is, and then you'll see the poll being answered by people.
I'll
So
try.
then yeah, it's not hard to do. I do that all the time.
See those posts, I'm like, what am I going to do here? Now you're educating me. I'm going to try. I
Not
like
hard.
things.
I just experiment and
Oh, Oh,
That's
yes,
all.
almost all the platform now have a facility for you to do polls, LinkedIn,
Yes.
all the rest of them. And remember when O Connect was up and running nicely, we had the ability to do that.
Yes, yes.
People are people love these things. They
It's
love these.
coming again. Connect is going to come again. This time, it's going to be so monumental that
Oh
nobody
yes,
can
oh
wait.
yes, I
All
know.
right. Can we appreciate our audience now?
Yes, please go ahead, sister.
All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, everyone here. And we are so grateful again. Happy holidays to each and everyone. And especially the new year. The new year is a year of hope. Always. We're going to get better and better. So, Razehab, how are you, sir? Thank you so much for being with us here today. We highly appreciate your presence and your love for children. And Sister Yvonne says, greetings, everyone, and thanks as always for your presence and support for One Global Movement, vision and mission. Thank you so much. Please help us discuss this wonderful topic, the gift of hope, changing lives one child at a time. Let a child smile just because of you. Please do something. Do something. Maybe you can, if you don't have to go to the store to buy toys. If you're like me, we use some kind of grass in the village. We cut it together, we lump it together, and then we play what is called tabala. Every child will be tapping with our legs. We're jumping, tapping, jumping, tap. We see who will win. Come and see how the whole place is so joyful. They are clapping. Oh my God. We have to go back to those natural things. I saw
Yes.
this baby in the store. A baby to us, not the doll that they make from all of these plastics and all those things, is the natural one. You see the plantain, I'm sure Sister Yvonne and Melanie will know. The plantain sucker, the plantain itself, the fruit, and the banana fruit. You see, there is a baby. When it bears, there's a baby at the top. You cut it. Those are the babies that I carried on my back. Those are natural things. They are healing because those things are edible. They are very, very wonderful. So we carry. I will be breastfeeding my baby here. I'll put an orange here, and so that to represent my breast, and then I'll be feeding. Those things are healing. Those are natural things. I saw it in the store, and I'm like, I'm going to buy this. It was a little expensive though. I said, I'm going to buy this. Oh my God, this! I believe that it is here. And Gwen was laughing. He said, "Hey, mommy, this is not what we came to the store for." I said, "Yeah, this is a baby.
Funny. Uh,
Something. You don't think that you have to go and buy. Don't make your children think that Christmas is about money, 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 clothing, new shoes. No, little acts of kindness. Get a piece of paper like a hat, like this, and write something on there and paste it somewhere where your children will see, just like a little hat like this. You can draw it. I learned to draw a hat now, just write beautiful things. And that's what my son likes and the other children. So let's do that. Do the natural things, please.
Yes.
And here, Sister Sharon, thank you. I've been bombarding Sharon like crazy, but she's been doing some amazing things. So thank you so much, Sister Sharon, for all the great things that you're doing for children. We highly appreciate you. And thank you, Mr. Ashok Kumar, for your consistency, your love, and your presence for children. We highly appreciate you as well. And let's go here. We have Rita Mali. Rita Mani Day, how are you? Thank you so much for being with us here today. We appreciate you. And we have Didi Deepak Dash, sir. How are you? Thank you so much for supporting children worldwide. We appreciate you so much. And let's go. Sister Sanju Ashmira, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here with us. We highly appreciate you, sister. Thank you so much. And Rita Mani says, Namaste, Yvonne Finn, ma'am, and all of us here, John Barilla, and Unpassive family leaders and members. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you. And Maria Jaws, thank you, sister. How are you? Happy holidays to you and your family. We appreciate you. Thank you. And the managing director, hello, everyone. I'm just listening. We know that, John. We are waiting for that play. You better just bring it to laughter. We are waiting for it so badly. Okay? We're praying for you, and we wish you the best. We know you're a very smart man. If you are really being the managing director here, I mean those lines are nothing for you. So go ahead and do it. Okay? Thank you. I see many of our regulars here today. Hello and welcome to all of you, as well as my newcomers. We may have here. I'll be here, but must leave early because of my tech rehearsal dress today. Hey, let me see the dress, John, if it's beautiful. Okay.
Okay, he's not wearing a dress, sister. He's doing a tech.
Hello, brother Momodu Jalo. How are you? Thank you so much. How's your family? I hope you've sent those beautiful things home to your beautiful girls and your boys, right? So thank you so much for always being here to support us and Mr. Ash Mufara, the tech team and staff everywhere, and all my beloved global ambassadors. Thank you for everything you've done and still doing for our children all over the world. Thank you so much, sir, for that kind of consistency. Thank you. And let's go down. We have our little beautiful girl here, Otampa Pri. How are you, beautiful? Thank you so much for joining us from that end. We appreciate you and happy holidays. Enjoy with family, okay? With mommy and daddy. And let's go. Our Sister Veronica Ampem. How are you, sister? We really need to talk, okay? But happy holidays to you and your children and all the children around you. Thank you so much. And of course, Sister Ash, Ash. Sister Pat Parang is here. How are you? Thank you so much. Hashtag unpassive Patricia Parang. Hello, my beautiful sisters. Hashtag OGM. I am late again. Was preparing my video for today. Love you all. Of course, do you first. You have to help yourself first. You can come here late because we know that you're doing great things too as well. Not just coming here. Yes. Preparing children's mind, giving them hope, love, and patience. Certainly. Thank you so much. And let's go here. Spread the seeds, whether it's food, clothing, strength, education, bring them hope. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. We have Ban Hugh Singh. How are you? If you're new here, you're welcome into our global family. We are the descendants of Unpassive, right? The footprints of destiny for the world. And thank you guys so much for really keeping that spirit on. Don't just keep quiet because Mr. Ash is not speaking. If he's not speaking, it means he's busy. We don't want to disturb that thought process. Because when somebody is focused on doing something and then you keep distracting him, that he will start again like me. That's the way I am. If I'm doing something important, you disturb me. Now I have to start all over again sometimes. And we don't want to disturb that thought process because we know he is doing things for the greatest good of the greatest majority because that's who he is. And that is his mission. Thank you. Ojana TM. How are you, Ojana? Thank you so much. Good afternoon, sisters from Canada. Oh my God, the Canadians are here a lot. Thank you so much for being here with us. And you see your beautiful sisters there too. They're from Canada. We appreciate you. Whoever brought you here or spoke to you about One Global Movement, we appreciate you so much. Bring to inform them. Little by little, they will come when they know what we are all about. Be sure to subscribe and share and turn on the notification bell so that you will get reminded of everything that is going on and attend when you can. It's not compulsory here because we can force children into things that they are not yet ready for it. Okay. So we do the same too for everyone. So thank you. And we have, I know that you guys are watching me. So
yeah, you're good. You're good. Keep going.
we have Sir Damandra Raval. How are you? I'm glad you're here today. Again, we've been missing you, but we know that you're doing great things behind the scene as well. So thank you so much for being here with us and for supporting children. We highly appreciate you. Happy holidays to you and your family. And here is the link. Please, if you can write it down in your planner every day. You can just go online because we all are online. This is the world of online, the era of online. When you go there, just go and like. You're not doing it for me. You're not doing it for Sister Melanie or Sister Yvonne. We are doing it for children. If you really love children, it's not just enough to come here to talk and to write in the chat or to listen. We need to take action. Action, action, action. These words have to go with action. Go like it, go follow, go to YouTube, do the same. And if you have any new ideas of what we can do better in order to attract more resources, please let us know. That is who we are here, and we are determined to do that. So thank you so much. And Sister Pat says, I I am so grateful for our beautiful sisters, Dr. Mundih, Yvonne, the two Yvonne, the twins, and the two Melanie. The other one is not here today. So we're having two twins here, okay? I come from a family of twins, and I always pray for twins for people. All right.
Yeah.
So thank you, Sister Pat. We love you so much. Thank you, Sister Patricia Parang. We appreciate you as well. We
Yes.
appreciate each and everyone. This is the season of love, joy, appreciation, giving, and really being there all your body and your soul for one another, like we are doing here. Now, there is a part of me, without you guys here, I don't even think that I can even do anything that much of one global movement. And that is why when you guys appear here, I am just so joyful. And please, if you have any initiative, anything that you form, anything that you want us here to be there, we choose the time and plan for it, and we come together. We are here to promote one another. If you have a business, a child has a business, or a child is undertaking a project, these are the things that we can promote here. Right now, there is I will write it down well so that I can know how to pronounce the name. There is one of our One Global Movement supporters. She is a pediatrician. Is it a pediatrician or a medical doctor or something?
Mhm.
She has built a community to help serve, especially single mothers in Cameroon,
Oh,
buildings. Yes, at a very lower price so that they can afford it. And so I want to advertise this here, especially to those that will be traveling to Cameroon, which someday we will be traveling. When they go there. I'll put the address here. I'll give it to Sister Yvonne. We'll put it here so that they can see people who are
yeah.
going to Cameroon. Or you can just ask me, I'm going to Cameroon. Where can I stay that is going to be safe and
Yeah.
clean and very clean? I will let you know, especially
Yeah.
in the capital of Cameroon, which is Yaoundé. So it is very important. And please, if you have anything that you are doing, like even Megan is a professional beautician. We can
Hairstylist.
Yes,
Hairstylist.
yes, and she's in Canada, and Sister Yvonne is here. She can give more information. You guys go there. We need to promote our own. Let the money go back into our pocket before it can move out. Let us support. If you're doing any business or a project, or you're thinking about something, let us air it out. That is one of the programs of One Global Movement, to uplift these children to grow economically powerful, build generational wealth, be strong in whatever they're doing. We're not just talking, we have to talk with that action. And so that when
Mhm.
the resources come, that's what we're going to be doing. This child wants to establish a business. What can we do to make sure that that child establish that business and be strong? And
Mhm.
we also follow it up to make sure that it's built well and the child is progressing. So we
Yeah.
don't just say, go here, this is your certificate, then go into the war. No, how are you going to go into the war? We want to make sure that those resources are there for them. So thank you guys so much. Tomorrow is Thursday. I think is Sharon is speak tomorrow is Thursday. Today
Yes, it is.
is she
Yes,
speaking
yes,
tomorrow?
yes.
Is she speaking tomorrow though?
Yeah. I don't know. Did
Okay.
you ask her to? You have to ask her.
Let me look here. I think let me see speaker sharing. Oh no, we are going to be sharing gratitude tomorrow. And
Okay.
yes, if you can, and remember, you can hop on the stage here. This stage is not just for Sister Yvonne or
No.
Mundih or Melanie. No, please come on here, and we want our children to feel included. If you
Yes,
don't include yourself, the children would not know. Please,
just
let's
ask
be
for the
clear.
link. Just ask for the link in the chat, and one of us will send it over to you.
Yes, thank you so much. If you anybody knows how to compose music, I have written songs for One Global Movement. I don't know how to compose them. Take them and compose. Otherwise, they won't let us play those songs anymore. All right. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Sister
Yeah.
Yvonne, the
Yeah.
close is all yours.
Okay. So as we're talking about hope, and I'm saying this is a season that is actually called hope. So hope is an invaluable gift that transcends material possessions. We have to stress that because
Yeah.
this season brings out a lot of angst in people because they can't give or they're not going to receive expensive, especially tech gifts. And those are nice to have, but it's not all about that, right? So It provides strength in adversity. This is hope we're talking about. It fuels dreams and hopes, like Sister Mundih is saying, and it fosters resilience.
Yes.
Hope can give you the will to live because a brighter day is coming. That's what hope does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much. Thank you. We've come to the end of today. We love you guys. Happy holidays. Keep giving, keep bringing the joy, and keep uplifting every child from the heart. We love you all. Until tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you for
Bye.
coming. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.